Hello, friends of Komodo platform. I'm E. Giuliano. It is the 27th of December, 2021. We're into the final week of December, the final month of the year. I'm here to share with you some price charts. So friends of technical analysis and crypto price charts, friends of Bitcoin, KMD, friends of Pyrochain, friends of VRSC. I am here to share some cheer. Let us go into the charts. Okay, well, what do we want to look at first? We're here, so let's look at Bitcoin. And what do we see? We see the move continuing higher. Yep, another green candle. Moving higher highs. Let's take a look how this candle is going to close today. But overall, on a daily price chart, flirting with the top of the Bollinger Band. Let's see how far it pushes up before finding some locally significant resistance. Yeah, so just keep watching. And, you know, it could go either way here. We could pop out, or we could maybe have one more green candle and then come back down to just confirm things within this area. And where do we need to confirm? It depends. There are these few levels of support here that will show themselves. So yeah, either that or yeah, pop out time. So we'll see what goes on here. And if we take a look at the weekly candlestick charts, I just want to remind you that none of this financial advice, and this down move is still in play. There's still possibility. We don't know what needs to happen or what it's going to look like before, you know, making our way into the next levels. However, the closer we get towards this January timeframe, February timeframe, but especially this January timeframe, I get the sense we are going to find a way to the upside sooner rather than later. And in that case, maybe as we look at our trend lines here converging, it looks like there is possibility on the weekly chart for one of these type of movements. So hold on. Firstly, on this MACD and RSI, there's definitely room to grow here with more positive momentum. Having said that, we'll see what it turns out to be. It does look like it won't be much more than this, but what side will we end up on after this move is only for time to tell. So then let's check quickly for our chart and see, all right, we are above the Ichimoku cloud. We're at the top of this narrowing Bollinger Band, and we have finished some negative momentum, looks to turn positive. So let's see how much that gives to us on a positive level, because previously we did have some overboughtness. So let's see where we get. Do we start making bearish divergence? What starts happening? But that does give me the sense, especially, you know, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and another move up. I mean, there tend to be only a certain number of waves that move in any given direction before a counter correction occurs. And yeah, just for fun, we'll take our tool here 1-to-1. So I don't see why we don't get ourselves a nice, take the whole move and give ourselves a nice, well, what? Let me redo that. I might have chosen the wrong thing. Take the whole move and give ourselves, let's say, a 1-to-1. So yeah, like, I mean, if this can bring the price to the to the 55,000 level, past the 53 level, that's huge. 61.8% of it would bring us to the 53,000 level, which is in danger of, on the daily chart, the 53,000 level. Where does that bring us? Is with that Ichimoku cloud, isn't it? Yeah, it's right at that lower end of that Ichimoku cloud. So if we can only make a 61.8%, that's pretty weak. But because the previous two moves here did basically 1-to-1, it looks like we can reinstitute that by saying go back. Oh no, wait, we had done something before that. So don't worry, we'll get rid of this and redo it. Extension move, where we go, let's take wick to wick, wick to wick, and we're about 1-to-1. So there you go. in that sense, I don't see some. I expect the wave to be bigger. Let's say a third one to be bigger than a first one. If they're going to be equal, then the fifth one has to be bigger. And in that sense, we're either in this move, we're either going to this 61.8 level, which is about 53.5, or to this 55,000 level here, or whatever you want to call it, that confluences with these price support levels. And then a 1618 comparatively would bring us up to that 61K level, and that would be a quick move. And that would, on a daily price chart, bring us above the Ichimoku cloud by the time it gives any type of retracement, probably into these price levels here. So anyway, these are some pathways that we are finding ourselves relating towards now. So yeah, a short burst that's not very potent is going to bring us only here. A moderate equal burst that has some equanimity to it will bring us to the 55K level, and the big one, 1618 there, will bring us to the 61K level. So, well, those are some thoughts for the Bitcoin on the daily price chart in terms of what we can muster here. Having said that, again, there are scenarios where moves can return back down, then maybe go back up, or we'll see. Like, there's always some sort of pin that could prick the confidence of a market that is generally unclear and uncomfortable. But a Bitcoin market at this time feels relatively strong compared to so many other things. So, but at the same time, you know, anyway, it is what it is. There are many reasons why it could go down to these levels and shock a lot of people, and then burst right back up and leave a lot of people in the dust. So keep that in mind. Having said that, it just looks really strong. And when we start looking at the weekly, you know, because, sorry, back on the daily, we're above the 200, above the 20. Bollinger Band is narrowing. I mean, we're confluencing with these trends here from previous price action. And it's just making a lot of sense here that this could fuel a bit of a launch, or already we're launching a bit. So let's see how that plays out in the coming days. But then when we take a look at the weekly time frame, which we had candle closings, yesterday was a Sunday, today is a Monday. And so here's the general idea. Even if the price starts coming down towards this level here, down in these mid 40,000s, or even down towards for some reason a 30,000 level, where you're breaking these lows here of this mid move, and it starts looking more like a flat. Right now, if this were the case, if we were to end here, it would be definitely a failing C wave type of a flat, or we'd be moving into something a bit different than a flat, maybe a triangular formation, in which case we could have a 3, we could be working a 3 here, or have already made it and make another 3, and then the final 3 before moving higher. And because there are 5 3s in a triangle, according to the Elliott wave theory, let's call it, okay? And so we'd be making something like this, and probably out of there. And interestingly enough, this could confluence with the weekly longer term channel that's been laid out from the closing lows all the way up to where we are. So this could definitely show some potential here. Let's watch it play out. All right, and we'd be working it pretty nicely. Now if we can get into here and say, like, get a determination, is it meant to be moved into this position, and we've hit it, and now we're going, which looks to be the case. The other option is we haven't quite hit it yet, let's say, and maybe we could argue that the wick is leading to it, but it whoops, maybe just the sense that it might be coming back down. But based on the channeling and based on the daily price chart, it just gets the sense that maybe this was the move here, And in that case, it might even be, oh, come on. It might even be something even more, more tight like this. And in that case, you know, yeah, in that case, we might be looking at this. So anyhow, if we want to look at it in terms of timing, because there are also timing factors in a triangle Elliott wave style, we can take this potential A wave here, wherever we want to call it, here or here, we'll call it here. We can take this A wave here and say roughly it's 1-to-1 with this potential B wave, maybe a bit, it's actually less. We'll call it like about 1.382. So it's within reason. It looks like a bigger B wave in this triangle. Also, the B wave did reach higher, so it did retrace the A wave more than 100%. Like when we look at it, if we even go wick to wick, right? We take the top from here, we go to the bottom, and we say, yeah, it went over this 1-to-1, right? 1-to-1 would have been to 64K. The price went up to 68, 69K. So there you go. So in that sense, in that sense, the B wave in this potential triangular formation here is the bigger wave, took longer time, bigger price. So that, okay, that's cool, that makes sense. So let's compare this potential C wave with the B wave. So we'll take the B wave here, and we'll go, let's say, from here to here. And the C wave potentially is only 38.2% of it. In which case, like a 61% is right here. So maybe the price will have to just touch the 20-week moving average up here at around 53,500, come back down towards this region here at around the 61.8%, this bright green line. Let's just get serious here. At around this time frame here, it might be the time where the price will relate to the time, and the price will relate to this B wave, where, you know, we did get a 61.8% in price, but in time it might need to complete around here, which is, let's say, mid-January. So yeah, we could make our move up to 53K. Everybody's exuberant, close out the year wherever it needs to close, and then come towards this level here, and then around this time here, mid-Jan, you know, you're here. End of this week here, we had what we carved out was the end of January week, and that would have been like a relationship between this wave here, and then this action here. So there you have it. And then the D wave might relate, like these three price levels could contain a move down and a move, you know what I mean? Like this move here, down, up, and down, could be contained within this type of cluster here that we have on these vertical lines, which relate back to previous price action, including this purple line here, which relates to the entire move up. So it's the entire move up equals from the top to this purple line, which would be basically this whole triangle. So that's interesting. But having said that, yeah, as you get this sense, there's definitely this potential playing out now, and whatever that means for the price, this looks like it fits and plays into the momentum. The other option here is that we actually break sideways, maybe use the fluff of the cloud as support, and then it takes longer. So we're going to see, but I'd say the bias is towards this kind of shape. And yeah, we're going to see what plays out. This is a weekly price chart, so stay tuned, and I'll definitely bring some more. Okay, that's it for BTC. It actually went longer than I expected, but basically here we are looking to work on relatively positive momentum here, less negative momentum, you know, relatively positive. However, that's still in the red. So yeah, there's maybe a little bit of shaking and baking that needs to happen for another week or two. We'll see. Um, Having said that, we are on the second weekly green candle, and a third weekly green candle could also be in the mix. Either that or it's like 2 weekly green candles and then maybe a red candle to sideways and then higher, you know, like it'll play itself out. So anyway, stick around, keep an eye out, keep watch, and I look forward to bringing some more. Let's go down to that daily just for a quick review and get the sense that, yeah, we're looking for that the levels to play out here, either 53.5, 55, or even potentially to the 61 if we really get a strong burst up. Okay. I think this needs to be kept on the weekly price chart. I think this needs to be kept on the weekly price chart. Okay, that's it for BTC. Now, onward to the KMD. KMD looking good, folks. I think, friends, we are in a not horrible position. Yeah, overall, that's my assessment of it. We are working, hey, we're working this candle out on the other end of this other side of this channel. That's very nice. That's very nice. Well, also, I do see ultimately TLDR, yep, the potential to come up to this 20 period moving average, 20-week moving average, probably around the 2000 Satoshi level. Feels close, feels like it's available again. However, it could just turn around and go the other way. But on a daily price chart, okay, yep, we tried to get there already, couldn't quite make it back in the 25th of December. But it looks like we're pretty stable here. Look, one red candle back to a green candle. The red candle tried to test this 20-day moving average, held it decently. We held this this horizontal line that we had carved out previously. And so let's see what happens. I mean, yeah, we had 4 greens in a row here. So I don't know what it'll turn to be. It might take a bit of time, or it's just like a quick pause and then a go to the next level, which will be roughly this 1700 Satoshis level. Try and hold it, and if anything, on a bit of a bigger view here, we see, wow, there is room to play without having the Ichimoku cloud get in the way. So maybe beginning of January, we might find ourselves around this 2000 Satoshis level. I mean, it could even try and hit this 2200 level. Does it have the ability to even try and get above it? I don't know. We get, looks like we are stopping around these levels, which are about 2000 Satoshis. However, wick wise, like we already went up to 2900 back in the beginning of December. However, yeah, that was the first week of December candle here. Oh no, sorry, we're on the daily price chart. So yeah, December 2, I think. Yeah, so they just, it feels right. It feels like there is momentum here to get to the 2000 Satoshis level. Also, what that does for the KMD price chart is on the daily level is it brings the price above this. See this 200-day moving average here? That's the 200-day moving average here. 200-day moving average. Okay, and it is fast approaching the price. So yeah, if we just take this trajectory, basically we are, you know, comfortably, we are very close. Within this coming month, the price will likely interact unless BTC goes haywire in one direction or the other, and that's when we are at risk of, again, the 1300 Satoshi level, and at worst here, maybe even at the 1000 Satoshis level or something in between. But having said that, yep, bias to the upside, and it's looking good, you know, on the daily level. I like this uptrending RSI action. So let's pop up. That would be great. What else? On the MACD, we are kind of just beginning some positive momentum on the daily. And if it's even going to relate to something like this, I don't think it's going to be a little one like this. Even if it is, it has a few strong positive momentums remaining. So let's see, but at least give us something here, KMD. Give us something to work with. I get the sense it's coming. It's it's just ripe to move. So let's see. Let's watch what happens. Friends of Komodo platform, KMD. As we stay above this 20-period average. Now, so for me, because the 20-day moving average is confluencing with this horizontal level, for me on the daily, if you really close below this, test it and get rejected by it again, it's like, yeah, you're pretty much staying below. Until then, we're in a strong position. We're above that 20-period average. And we're biased towards the upper end of the Bollinger Band, and the Bollinger Band is narrowing, and therefore we have a bit of potential to squeeze out. And yeah, this is the target area right here. Let's get there by mid-January. You know, that would be nice. Now, having said that, okay, cool. What could it look like on the 4-hour time frame? And one thing I've noticed is, you know, KMD price is working in the cloud, and once in a while, the price can work in the cloud and be successful, and that's usually when it's in a strong position. Now, we have a very thick cloud, but it narrows so much. It narrows so much by January. Here we are, January 1st, right here, vertically. This is January 1st. So I get the sense that yeah, and here's this 200-period average. It's like, okay, get above that thing, shoot up. We have these downtrending resistances coming our way from the most recent, you know, price action back here in September. Yeah, this is a good opportunity here. The RSI hasn't quite overbought significantly, nothing like this. So let's see what it can do, and it's got a nice uptrend going. Let's see. What was this? Yeah, and the last time it was doing this kind of RSI action, we had this big run up here from bottom to top of, you know, 50% ish. And if you got out on a wick, you know, you could have made in the 70, 80% or whatever. And I mean, that's only if you got down here, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So is it going to be this big? Maybe not. Maybe it'll only reach up to here, which is around the 1900 Satoshis level, 2000 Satoshis level. Okay. But yeah, I get the sense that we are headed in that direction. We're beginning to get squeezed by the 20-period average. And yeah, let's squeeze in there into this chart. Okay. We are nicely trending above this 20 moving average. Like, that's really nice. It's a good sign of strength to move like this against this 20-period average. This is a nice impulse here. And now we're holding this 20-period average generally on a correction. Like, if this was the entire move up, yeah, then we probably, I don't know how long we could hold this 20-period average, but we'd be down pretty soon. Like, it would be coming. Otherwise, we keep the price came down here, bounced off this region, which was a confluencing 20-period average, and came back down, confirmed it, you know, with wicks below, and is now maintaining, riding that 20-period average. That's really nice. So that gives me the idea that, okay, maybe this is just one wave up. We're making a correction down, and we're going to get another one, at least one more. Maybe it's part of an impulse, and we'll get two more with a correction in between. But at least if it's one of these, we're heading up to these 1900, 2000 Satoshi levels. That's just the sense I'm getting here. And again, riding up that 20-period average, we're going to meet the 200-period average. So it's going to get a bit of a squeeze. Maybe it's going to pop to the upside. Let's find out. Bollinger Band is squeezing. And the Ichimoku cloud is squeezing as well. So cool. Good times ahead for KMD, I think. We are making a little bit of that negative momentum, which great. That's what this is. And soon to be positive again. Let's go. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, well, I hope you're doing well then. And that's it for the KMD price chart. I'm going to move on. Okay, so let us go to the, oh, get rid of you, arrow. Okay, let us go to the Pyrochain price chart. Yeah, Pyrochain weekly price chart looking good, as much as it looks rough. Those were some choppy seas back there, but this turnaround area feels right. Now, maybe the price gonna come up and come back down to test, and we'll see that actually in the VRSC coin as well. But interestingly, both Pyrochain and VRSC coin have made on different time frames an 88.6 retracement, and VRSC coin is with the using the wicks, and Pyrochain is using just the bodies and like the closing prices here on the weekly time frame. VRSC is on the daily and 3-day time frame we have. Okay, so yeah, what are we looking at here? We are looking at that 88.6 retracement. And so either we're going to come back down and confirm it and then go, or we're going to go a bit and then possibly come back down and confirm it and then go. But I do get the sense that, now, does it have to be all the way back down at the 2250 level? Not necessarily, but around there, around some sort of confirmatory level. It could be a higher low. That would be even a bigger sign of strength. So anyway, Pyrochain looking good, looking good, looking good. These green candles are 3 in a row. Well, this week's candle is building, and we're just the first day, so who knows? But you know, we still haven't even beat this previous massive bearish red candle here. So yeah, I don't see it necessarily showing yet that it is ready, but it could be ready. And the other thing is, maybe it just needs a little pause and then goes. Maybe this week it's gonna go, and we're gonna get a little closer down and dig in. But yeah, the relatively positive momentum we're getting on this MACD, on the weekly MACD, something is coming very soon enough. Now, is it going to be massively huge? I don't know, but I get the sense here, as we are at just at a 40 level on the RSI, I get the sense we could at least try and make it to a 50. Yeah, so that's a weekly level of momentum that's in a positive direction. So we'll see. And here comes this 20-week moving average, currently at around 3,800 Satoshis, but it's fast moving down. So just like with the 200 on the KMD daily chart, you know, by February we're looking at meeting this 20-week moving average, but I think the price will come and meet it sooner and at a higher level. So that's it. I think the 3,500 is still in play. What's it going to look like? How we get there, I don't know. However, it's not guaranteed, and we could go lower. But yeah, we on the daily price chart are also holding that 20-day moving average. Went below it, tested nicely the downtrending previously resistance, now turned support. The 20 period average was clearly significant, because the 20-day moving